Hello, Estrada.
How's it, Martine?
I'm good. Thank you for joining us on the Clawback podcast. This is the Finance Barbie.
Thank you. It's only a pleasure. I had to bring the charisma to the podcast.
And the monster.
And the monster. And the pink monster.
Yeah, pink monster. And I went for the Red Bull.
Why Red Bull?
Because they made this new flavor called Fuji Apple Ginger. It's very nice.
But this is also a new flavor.
It's pink.
Pink drinks
Men
are
don't
good.
drink pink drinks.
Pink drinks are good. Be stable and strong enough in your masculinity to have a pink drink.
Okay, I changed my mind. I'm going to have your pink drink now. Pink Pony Club in an energy drink. Right. CFD trading.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about making tons of money, living in Dubai, quitting your job, big lifestyle, hotel rooms, parties, champagne, popping bottles, only making profit, selling courses, selling signals.
Mm-hmm. The Telegram groups.
Telegram groups.
Only $50.
Only $50. And it's worth it because it's a business expense. That $50, with those signals, you're going to be profitable like me. So is that what it's all about?
You need to have some discernment. You know, you've seen the Lambos, the laptop on the beach photos, promises of 10 times return by Tuesday. But in South Africa, this is why CFD trading has got such a bad rep. And people think of it as legalized gambling. And in a sense, if you're approaching it from that perspective, it could be, right? It could be. But let's fix that narrative. Today on the Clawback podcast with the Finance Barbie and BOF Asset Management.
The first rule in investment is don't lose. And the second rule in investment is don't forget the first rule.
The Federal Open Market Committee's overarching focus right now is to bring inflation back down to our 2%.
You're offering us a chance to short this pile of
The most obnoxious group of money-hungry.
Indeed, the global economy is at a delicate moment.
BOF Asset Management. What's BOF doing that's different to other brokers? And how is BOF changing the narrative?
BOF operates within a regulated framework. And that might sound like a bit of a beaten horse to people because a lot of respected brokers are regulated in South Africa. However, the problem comes in when unregulated retail traders start to act like a broker and solicit funds from the public. And that's how people end up losing money, blowing accounts because of all these unrealistic expectations and this Instagram lifestyle that's put out. So that's where the bad rep comes in, and that's where BOF is different.
I see. So it's retail traders that are just traders, not licensed, that are selling, I'm a guru, just do what I do, and you'll be successful.
Mm-hmm. And that's why BOF is different. So number one, we're regulated by the FSCA, which is the financial body here in South Africa. And you know who you're dealing with, and there's accountability built in there. You know who to go to if you have a problem.
You can knock on doors.
Knock on doors. Speaking of knocking on doors, you can pick up the phone 24/5. We've got South African experts in the industry to speak to you. You're not speaking to AI or agent, someone who doesn't speak your language, first of all.
Or worse, someone in Dubai or India.
Yeah, language barrier, time zone barrier, understanding barrier.
Cultural barrier.
Cultural barrier. There we go. Also market barrier.
Payments. Why is BOF better when it comes to payments?
So BOF just partnered with AOPay, which is a payment gate like Ozo and PayFast and all of those things. So you can get instant payments, deposits, withdrawals.
That's cool.
So like, last minute margin injection.
Last minute margin injection. I had a moment when I was trading the DAX and the trade was going against me, and it was like 200 because 200% margin, then 150 margin, then 100 margin, and margin calls the whole account at 50, and it was like it's like going very fast, and I was trying to put more margin into my account, and Ozo was like doing an error, and I was almost in tears, and I was like, I'm going to lose all my money, and eventually I had to use like somebody else's card to put money in my trading account, which that's crazy to think about. And they let me, and I just paid them back, but I don't want that to happen again. It gave me PTSD. So instant payments for the win.
Yeah. With any bank as well. Online EFT, offline EFT.
We're going to throw some shade at some of the big brokers. So you get your eToro, you get your XM, you get your HFM as well. Xness. What is it about those that feel a little fly-by-nighty or too big for the boots?
Cool. I'm glad you asked this question because I'm the marketing manager for BOF Asset Management. So I'm coming in not from just a competitor perspective. I'm coming in from a marketing and branding perspective.
Right.
You need to understand that these big brokers, international brokers, we are proudly South African. These international brokers come in with hundreds of thousands of dollars in their marketing budget monthly. So
Hectic.
That's why you see them everywhere. From your Meta apps to
Massive
LinkedIn,
billboards.
massive billboards.
OctaFX is everywhere.
Exactly, even on investing.com and wherever else they may advertise. Plus, that's why they're able to give away the Mercedes and all of those things that they attract people with.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's not real. I mean, it's real, and they are good brokers and they are regulated. However, you just need to know. You need to know what you're being marketed.
True.
Let's put it that way. Branding is everything.
Branding is everything. And
That's
if you have
why
to
I bought the pink monster.
Pink
Branding
Monster
is everything.
If you have to pump so much money into marketing your product, does it feel like trustworthy then? Does it stand on its own if you don't market it? Or does it feel a little predatory? Because if you have to bribe people with a Mercedes-Benz, because that was the thing, XM did this competition where if you traded this many lots over a period of 30 days,
Gold. I think that was
it was of
HFM.
gold, it was.
Gold.
Then you stand a chance to win a Mercedes-Benz.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's a little predatory. It's like getting people to trade more.
It's a little bit of like dangling the carrot.
Dangling the carrot. You don't want people to trade high volumes and this many lot sizes if they're beginners. And I'm sure a lot of people lost money during that point.
Mm-hmm. And that's a good point you bring up, Medine. Number one, gold is extremely volatile.
Yeah.
And that's, I think you and Lorenzo spoke about it in a previous episode, the volatility of gold and FOMO trading. And then, like you just mentioned, that many lot sizes for a beginner.
Yeah.
You're losing. You need education and good psychology.
Exactly. I agree completely. And going with boutique broker, because that's what it feels like. Feels like BOF is a boutique broker that's going to be like by your side, one-on-one. It's this relatively small broker, so you have more time for your clients.
Yeah.
I feel like that's more premium.
Yeah. So that's exactly what we are, a boutique broker. So when you pick up the phone or when you email someone, you're speaking to your dedicated account manager from a full team that sits in South Africa and collaborates extensively. We've got people who previously were financial advisors. We've got people who've been in the brokerage industry for more than 10 years. So you're speaking to experts. And one thing I want to dispel about brokerages is brokerages are not meant to give you trading signals and financial advice. They are there to hold your hand through your trading journey and provide you with tools, whether it's blogs or podcasts or partners or IBs. And partners and IBs that are not going to market to you their flashy lifestyle and get you to pay the $50 to join their Telegram group to get the signals. I'm not saying that all of them don't work that way, but I am saying that shouldn't be the business model. That shouldn't be the acquisition model.
Yes.
And that's where big brands are pulling in the masses in retail trading.
Because of the lifestyle push. Yeah. Lifestyle. Everything is lifestyle.
Did a lot of shit just to live this here
lifestyle.
Okay, I can't sing. Let's not.
Me neither. Let's not do that. Next up, we're going to quick fire some definitions and you're going to explain them to me as simply as you possibly can. So, Strada. What is earnings?
What is earnings?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just a girl. I don't know. I'm joking. Earnings is a company's financial report card, right? So their revenue, profits, costs, all of that laid out publicly. So as a retail trader or just as an investor, as a customer, you can see what's happening on a quarterly basis. Do your homework.
What's priced in?
Priced in is when the market's already like expecting good news.
Okay.
So when it happens, it's not a pop or a bubble.
Okay.
Can I put it that way? Is that
You can.
correct?
You
Yeah.
may.
Thank you. If people know the results are good before they announce, then people buy in,
Right.
but I don't know. Is that also a tactic? Is that also a market moving tactic priced in?
It can go the other way around as well. If there's bad news and it was already priced in, if the market fell before the actual thing happened, then that's also priced in. So it can work both ways. Sell the news.
Sell the news. That's exactly what we're doing here, right?
Yeah.
Is that not? So sell the news, like when traders sell after an anticipated positive event because the price move up or down in
Right.
anticipation. So that's Lorenzo once said, the market is like gossip and the market moves like gossip.
Yeah.
So sell the news is like buying a rumor.
Buy into the rumor,
Yeah.
even if it's not true.
Yeah.
It's just like speculation. That's a lot of what polymarket runs on.
Exactly. And isn't that what the market runs on in general? Speculation and
That's true.
guidance and pricing?
JSE. I want to talk about some South African stocks because we are in South Africa. Nobody talks about South African stocks. They
That's
feel
true.
like the ugly child of trading.
That's true.
And as I've mentioned on this podcast multiple times, I made most of my money with a local stock. I've made a lot of my successes from Sasol. Thank you, Sasol.
That's where South Africans have an edge
Yeah.
in CFD trading because everyone's focusing on the global market. So we have an edge here because we know what's happening with our South African stocks and companies. And BOF has over 100 JSE listed stocks that you can
Nice.
trade with us on our platform.
100. That's crazy. Fantastic. I echo what you're saying because it does feel like practically less volatility because there's less volume. How many people are trading JSE stocks? Less market manipulation because less what you call it black hands. What they say about a black hand in the market is a entity that has something to gain or lose or gain from the stock going up or down. That's completely separate from what the public understands. That's like in the dark pool and whatnot. So less of that, I feel. And like you said, we are on the ground. We can see when there's a fuel station on fire. You can then start shorting Caltex or...
And we know what's happening with our rand, right?
Yeah.
So the rand plays a massive role in the JSE, in the stocks and how they move.
Why?
Why? Because weakness tends to lift the rand hedge stocks.
I see. Just like the dollar. It's an inverse relationship.
Exactly.
So if the rand is weaker, your borrowing is cheaper for companies, so to speak. So weak rand is better for companies?
Weak rand lifts the rand hedge stocks.
Oh, which ones are rand hedge stocks?
NASPers
Okay.
and some of the mining stocks.
What's the positioning in the country? Our JSE top 40, is it made up of companies that are manufacturing? Is it in tech? Is it in food? Is it in... I would assume it's mining and agriculture.
Definitely. Mining and agriculture, of course. Banking, mining, agriculture, banking, and food. Well,
Is that a
I say
risk?
food loosely.
It feels... What would you say is it risky to have all of our eggs in the mining basket?
I don't think it's risky because that's why people have fought wars over our land right?
Okay,
Our
yeah.
arable land and our commodity-rich land. So I don't think it's a risk. But what I do think is a gap
Yeah.
is our lack of tech stock.
Do we have any tech stocks?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think we have a tech stock. I think Discovery counts as our tech stock because they're all forward thinking. And
What does it though?
I don't know. It's still banking. It's banking as hell. I've always talked about my macro analysis being very weighted towards commodities for the next 10 years. So do we have an advantage? What is our best commodity performer at the moment?
Obviously gold and platinum.
And
Gold,
JSE
platinum.
stocks that are tied to gold and platinum. Do you have any off the top of your head?
You've got your Anglo Gold Ashanti.
Okay.
Then there's another one on the platinum. It's escaping me. Oh my word, it's escaping me. Is it Implats? Is it in Platts? I think it's in Platts.
And we can trade that on BOF.
Yes, you can.
Cool. I'm going to look into that. I want to look into
Yeah.
trading commodities on local companies. It feels like it's going to
And
do
it's not
well.
just about the JSE, right?
Yes.
And it's also about trading commodities, because why do we need commodities now, other than gold being the safe haven asset, and it's just seen such
To
a boom
make stuff.
recently. To make stuff. AI data centers need commodities
And land.
and land. There
We have
go.
land and we have commodities. Are we going to be the next Singapore?
Ish.
I don't even know what a
I
Singapore
love my country,
is.
but I don't think so.
Oh, man, I just want one of those airports. Man, JSE.
Yeah, you know, getting from the Dubai airport and landing at Ora Tambo will humble you.
We'll humble everyone, man. Yo, local stocks, hey. Let's take it to international stocks.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to international stocks, AI is everything.
Yeah.
So basically, in a nutshell, Broadcom reported a quarterly revenue of $22.1 billion. The stock then dropped 12 to 15% after they reported on earnings, because their AI chip guidance of 16 billion missed the whisper of 17.2 billion. So they guided higher than they ended up producing. So
Okay.
they guided 17.1 and they posted 16.2.
Okay.
They still made massive profits. There's growth. It's like the capitalist dream. But because they telegraphed more than they did, then the stock dropped. And 15% is material. It's a massive chunk. So does that show some kind of like weakness in the foundation of AI stocks?
Sure. Well, I guess that also depends on market sentiment, right? When you over report,
Yeah.
like you overpricing in, right? So is that on market? Is that like acting on bubble-like behavior that was seen in
It does
in
feel
the
like
dot-com era?
bubble-like behavior, yeah.
Yeah. It like, let's talk about that actually, because we did a blog post some weeks back about whether AI is a bubble. And I remember I did a video and I stood so firm on the fact that AI is not a bubble like the dot-com era, because there was no bubble-like behavior with, you know, the overpricing and then the reportings and the earnings and whatnot. However, have you seen how much of a bad rep AI has been getting in on social media for the past like months? Like everyone suddenly woke up and grew a conscience.
True.
Because now people are reporting noise pollution, posting videos of this crazy noises in residential areas. NVIDIA, apparently, and I say apparently because I read this on a post, but I did not verify. So NVIDIA is apparently paying people in parts of the world to host mini data centers in their backyards. So like paying for land without purchasing the land. It's like renting land.
Yeah.
Paying them for that.
In not correctly zoned areas as well.
Exactly. And that was the whole Erin Brockovich thing back in the day, right?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, and I do believe that she did a whole talk on AI this week as well.
Yes.
The Pope wrote...
How many pages?
It was
massive.
many pages. If you're a Friends fan, 12 pages back and front.
Gosh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was
12 pages. 12 pages.
So yeah, the Pope wrote a whole, what do you want to call it?
Condemnation.
Thesis. Yeah.
On AI.
The Pope had to step in, guys.
The Pope had to step in and say that AI is the devil.
Well, let's not get into that.
Yeah, we are getting into that. Using AI is a sin from this point on. That's what the Pope said. Don't take it from me. Take it from the Pope. But there's I feel like there's bubble-like behavior. Let's see. For example, okay, I'm going to just talk about the PE ratios of normal companies and then the PE ratios of AI companies. Walmart, their price is 1.25 times their sales revenue because of lower margins. Fine. Amazon, 3.6 times their sales revenue. Apple, 10 times. Apple is like the magnificent, like without Apple, there's no 2026 life as we know it. Then we have Broadcom, an AI company, 31 times their earnings revenue. Their stock price is 31 times their earnings. So they're not making as much money as their Like the gap is so large. Then we have Palantir at 40 times. So that feels, if I'm buying into a company that's valued not based on the money it's making, but based on the possibility of making a bunch of money down the line, it either feels like it's the best investment ever, or it feels like it's priced so speculatively that it's like extremely fragile. Just like when now Broadcom missed its revenue target and it saw a massive dump.
Yeah.
Doesn't that feel risky?
I hear you. That does feel very risky. I think there's two sides to that coin.
Yeah.
You know, on the one hand, you're like, how is this a bubble? AI is a new way of life, right? Because it's not only for people using it to write your emails and answer your school papers, but people are layering it into government. Dubai wants a full AI integrated governmental system. The US and other companies are layering it into defense. And you get businesses. I'm sure you've received AI bot calls now. And it's not just for sales, but it's also for customer satisfaction surveys and stuff like that. So I don't think AI is going anywhere. So I don't think personally, I don't think like there's a bubble around it, but I do agree there's a massive problem with the pricing and the revenue projections versus the actuals.
Yes.
And that's where I think it's definitely risky. As someone who's pretty risk averse, I think it's risky, but at the same time, I have FOMO. I don't want to not
you don't want to
buy
not catch
in
it
right now, because then I'm going to
you
look
missed
back
Bitcoin.
and be like a Bitcoin. I missed the Bitcoin. I was too young to buy the Apple stock or the Kodak stock. So, like, this is my chance, man.
You were too young for FANG. You missed the Bitcoin because that was just underground. So this is your time to shine.
Let me live, man.
Let me live my life. I'm just a girl.
I'm just a girl. I need to buy all the pink items in the world I can possibly buy.
Me too. Truly. I want a pink Lambo. But my worry, my concern is that it is different from the massive growth we've seen on FANG, because those companies are companies that held their own IP to an extent that there was no other Facebook and there was no other Apple. But AI is a little different in that, how are AI companies going to make money? Is it just on the subscriptions? Is it on ad revenue? How are they going to grow exponentially? Because I feel like the way AI works is you can use the AI to make your own AI. Then you don't need Anthropic. Then you don't need Claude. You don't need ChatGPT, OpenAI, then industries as well. I'm sure governments, massive companies are going to create their own AI instead of relying on the subscription. So everyone has their own Facebook. Everyone has their own Apple.
I hear you.
In their little server.
I have many points on that one. So yes, AI can create its own AI for you, so you can get off the servers of the OpenAIs and the Anthropics. However, you and your little team of devs in your house, in your garage, are not going to be as good as the developing power as the models that Anthropic is pushing out on Claude daily. I can't even like step out to the bathroom. There's a new model that's come out, right? So that's number one. Like, you know, innovation is good, but it's never going to be the best as the OG. Can I put it that way? So like, are you not boxing yourself in by not using the best model of something possible? Then the subscription thing, So ChatGPT hit 100 million users within 2 months.
Yes.
And that is the fastest adoption of any single technology in history. So AI is drawing in users at an unprecedented rate, number one. Number two, they are also growing at faster rates than anybody thought. If you think about when ChatGPT became a thing, how many other AI companies popped up since then? And the capabilities of AI, since from just like answering questions or speeding up tasks and automating things to layering into defense and writing code and all of those things, number two. Then number three, if you've noticed your ChatGPT and your Claude like limits reset faster than ever before. Before you could chat to chat for days on end. Now before the day's over, it's like your limit has been reached, your image generation has been reached. So they're trying to push people to purchase subscriptions, right? So, but everyone's hooked now. I know so many people who've actually bought the subscription to multiple AI models because now they can't
live without it.
Or generate their images at the Met Gala without it.
Yeah, the
That's
lifestyle
irritating.
has now
Yeah.
caught them.
But by the way, I just want to drop something on ethics here.
Yes.
Guys, please stop doing that. Please stop using AI to make pictures of yourself at the Met Gala and other stupid and irrelevant events. Do you know how much water AI uses?
Wait.
We need to drink that.
Apparently, it's a closed loop system.
But
So it has water in it, but it evaporates and goes
closed-loop
back.
Cooling system. I've seen such contradictory
Yes, I think maybe
stances
it's.
on that.
You think it's like a PR thing that the AI they've pushed this like it's a closed loop
It's
system.
a closed loop, and then but like who is pushing the not closed loop narrative? Who's pushing that? Like everybody, like, oh, stop using AI. What are they gaining from it?
What are they gaining?
What are they
from
gaining
it?
from
Yeah,
it?
that's true.
So
Follow
that's
the
why
money.
I'm like, I don't know, man.
I feel for creatives. Why is creativity being targeted the hardest with this thing?
Ish. So as a creative,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and be diplomatic about this. So it takes a web developer. Please, web devs, don't come for me, man. It takes
They can't.
It takes a web developer hours, weeks,
Yeah.
if not months, to create a corporate level website.
Yes.
Right. And I know this because I've worked with developers and from reputable, like mega marketing companies, right? It takes them over a month to create a website, and you've got to still give them all the copy and all the images and all the placements, and then they write the code, they put that
Alt
stuff together,
tags
then
and-
you move it. Exactly.
Yeah.
AI can create a website in minutes for you. Granted, it's going to look it's going to look a bit clip art.
Yeah.
It's going to give word art.
Yes.
But depending on the type of code that you're capable of writing and the type of prompts and whatnot, you can build a pretty decent website. So for a mommy papa company, they don't need to go and pay a big advertising agency thousands of rands to get a website. So that's the one part where I'll say it's good. It's good for small businesses, but it's bad for designers and people who have spent years crafting, studying, cultivating a talent that AI is taking away. However, I think there's also a limit, right? People want AI to quickly generate an image or an invitation or whatnot, but when it comes to the important things, especially if you're a business, a for-profit business, you're going to look at an AI-generated website and be like, nah, man, please, somebody give me something. You can't like literally replace that human element of creativity. Like Chat and Claude have started, I don't want to say started to develop nuance because then I'm humanizing them.
Yes, yeah.
But they've built nuance into it, right? Even though they're pretty validating of every bad thing that you do, they've built some level of nuance to it, but you can't replace an actual CAD, like a drawing.
Yes.
You can't replace that.
Human intuition, human emotion.
Exactly.
That's, I think, a new skill that we are developing in our own minds is the ability to sense, what's the word? Inauthenticity in work, in companies, in everything. I think that started with social media, but now we'll get the new keen sense of
Once
intuition.
I see a company has done something with AI, yes, I use AI.
Yeah.
I use AI a lot, but I use AI to speed up my task or to refine something that I just can't get. Put some effort into it, man. As soon as I look at even a favorite brand or company or personality that I admire and I see their whole post written by AI, I scroll away.
Yes.
I scroll away. I'm like, goodbye.
Yes.
I don't want to hear what you have to say because you have nothing to say. That's
Exactly.
Claude, that's Chat.
Yes.
Go away.
I could just do that. I could just create or ask the thing a question.
Yeah. We went off on a tangent.
We did.
We were discussing the bubble. We were discussing,
the bubble.
So I said, like, AI pulled all the people in. It's the
Yes.
fastest growing adoption of tech. Now your limits are getting shorter and shorter, smaller and smaller. Your limits are getting smaller and smaller. So people are paying for the subscriptions.
Yes.
And then slowly also the subscription tiers are moving. Like first in the first tier, you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that's only available in the second. And then the price goes up and boom.
Then we have a dystopia.
Also,
Dystopia
what
time.
about AI operating as an ecosystem, right? Like Apple, for example.
Yes.
They came out of the iPod.
Yes.
And they came out with more tech after that. But then they didn't stop there.
The watch, tablet.
They went to the side,
Yes.
They're like, okay, cloud space, let's sell that. And then they went to the subscription thing and the iTunes thing and the Apple TV thing. So they've got a proper ecosystem that's working for them, like Discovery.
Yes.
They don't only have the insurance, they've now got the bank, they've got the Vitality, they've got the tech. So that's where those two companies are doing big things. So maybe AI is going to do that as well. Like they're not just selling you a model and a subscription. Maybe they'll have tech for us soon.
Like it's like a little
Meta
guy.
glasses.
Yeah, exactly.
Meta
The
glasses.
meta glasses, AI glasses. They're going to permeate the physical world essentially with AI.
Yeah. So
that's where the
we said it
valuations.
first.
Yes,
We said
that's
it
true.
first. We said it first.
So that's where the valuations make more sense then.
Yeah.
That it's 30 times its PE ratio because there's so much possibility
Yeah.
and untapped, unknown wells of profit that they're planning on making.